Well, hello and welcome.
Welcome.
We're so happy to have you here with us during our event today. We have a packed agenda.
We do. We have a lot going on, and as you can see, some fun things are going to be happening.
We call these show notes snotes, and they're thick today, and we're excited to give you a lot of amazing information. So first of all, we would love to know where you're tuning in from, so pop that into the chat here on our YouTube video. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Karen.
And we're about to make some very exciting things.
All right, so we've got people from all over. Hello, Susan. Hello, Charlene, Karen, another Karen.
Another Karen.
And Raman. Yes, had that wrong. Yvonne. Got Mina here, of course. We've got Shop Girl. Sanjita, thank you guys for being here. Marcy, so happy to see you on the thread here. And Leaf. I understand the humidity is not doing my hair any good. I know. Jenny was just telling me that she is so glad that she found this gel and that she got her hair the length that it is because she felt like a lion's mane walking around.
I did feel like a lion walking around. I got my hair cut. We all got our hair cut yesterday. And I used the gel this morning that we're about to make with you. It's going to be beautiful. And I just am happy for a little shorter hair because it does feel like when it's longer, it's just a lot.
I have to tell you, I am shocked that this flaxseed gel works as well as it does. I've been using it now for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've seen the recipe for years.
Yes.
You can find it. You can Google Flaxseed Hair Gel. You can Google it, and there's all kinds of different ways of making it. And some of them I'm thinking, did they try that? I don't think that's going to work too well.
Did they try that?
But this is our tried and true recipe, especially for curly hair. Now, we haven't tried it on straight hair yet.
And that's what I'm going to do. So between our event this week and next week, I'm going to use the gel. I'm going to straighten my hair, and I'll give you a report.
Okay,
yeah.
Very good. Well, I want to say hello to Doreen and Chris and Stacia, Wanda, Samantha. We're so happy that you're here. Wendy, hello there, and Cindy, Sonja, Angela.
If you could do us a huge favor and like this video that you're watching, that gets the word out that we're live and it attracts more people who might want to come and learn about the things we're going to talk about. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. That way you won't miss one of our live events.
I want to say hi to just a few more people here. Marianne and Azul. We've got Carrie and Gloria and Andrea. The botanical bird lady. I love that. Donna, Adele, Megan, and Miss Krinka. And of course, if I missed your name, Tamara. I think I said that right. And one of those three ones.
Oh, one of those three. You can always put it in phonetically for us because we love to pronounce names correctly.
And Ellie from Belgium. So happy to have you here. And Nilvaro, Shop Girl, Kate.
You know what they told us? We have to jump right into our first recipe.
Let's go. I just wanted to say hi.
Our team said, you say hi, but then get right into blend number one.
All right. Hello, Charlotte.
We would love to do that. So we're gonna we have one recipe we're gonna make with you. It takes a while. So while we're doing that, we have information to share on the different oils and products, and we also have some other fun things about hair care to talk about today.
Okay.
So let's dive in.
All right. Let's dive in. This recipe is flaxseed hair gel. And this is hair gel that actually works. No crunch, no chemicals.
It's beautiful. It makes your hair as frizz-free as possible, especially if you have curly hair or waves. And we've absolutely been treasuring this as a part of our morning routine.
Now, it's important that you follow the recipe. Even though there's other recipes out there, I tried it another way, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. First of all, I'm going to take a little sip of my tea.
Well, while you take a sip of your tea, I don't know about you, but there's a wonderful Instagram account that I love following. When my sister-in-law had her first child, our whole family ate this particular diet, the Pegan diet, for about 12 months after my nephew was born. I love Dr. Mark Hyman, and this was a post he recently put out, and it really resonated with us here in the Natural Living Club, here at Aromatics International, at Aromahead, because we're all about using simple, pure ingredients to promote an all-natural lifestyle. The fewer toxins you're interacting with each day, the better your overall health is. Your body is just able to thrive in a more wholesome, authentic way. So I wanted to share this post with you. It just really resonated. What if the healthiest skincare routine wasn't in a bottle, but in your kitchen? The average woman applies over 100 chemicals to her body before breakfast.
That really was eye-opening to me.
That particular line, since I read it, I think about it 50 times a day. Because our whole message and vision and mission is living a pure, natural lifestyle. So this is just mind-blowing. And we know this. When you walk down the aisle, the beauty aisle, or you look in your kitchen, you look in your bathroom cupboard, and you look on the back of your shampoo, your conditioner, we all know this, right? But to really think about that the average woman applies over 100 chemicals to her body before breakfast, this has a huge impact on our overall health. And it's subtle. Every day, subtly having that negative impact. So from endocrine disrupting parabens to carcinogenic fragrances, many beauty products are loaded with ingredients that don't belong on your skin or in your bloodstream. And here's the thing, what goes on your body ends up being in your body.
So, I realize that there's a lot of chemicals that we have access to that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
And what I like about people like Dr. Hyman, who brings these to our attention, maybe we don't like everything that he says or some of the products that he's promoting, because we all know that it takes a lot of testing to come up with something that really works right for us. But what I appreciate is he's making us all aware that, hey, there's a problem here. We know that we have a lot of autoimmune diseases going on. Let's do what we can to minimize the toxic chemicals that we're getting into our bodies. So I appreciate what he's bringing forward to us. And at first we may think, and I saw this in some of his comments, might think, I can never give up this.
Yes.
But yes, if we can find a great alternative, we certainly can.
And it's about a hybrid. You can still use your favorite products. Don't overreact, but don't underreact either. So we would love for you to make a commitment with us to use even more all-natural DIY products throughout the day. It really does reduce the actions we're asking our body to take. It reduces the stress load on all of our systems. So we would love, love, love for you to commit with us to do this. And so this is a fun recipe we want to share with you. Again, 3 simple ingredients for this DIY hair gel blend with flaxseed. And it goes from 20 ingredients down to 3. It's just a great way to lessen the interactions you have with synthetic ingredients throughout your day.
Now, there's a PDF that has this recipe in your classroom in the NLC community, plus some different essential oils that are really great for hair care. And we have some other information on there that we'll talk about a little bit later. Right now, we're going to start this process because it takes 7 to 10 minutes for this to happen.
Yes, let's do.
So what I'm going to do is, you can find flaxseed. This is Bob's Red Mill flaxseed, and it's a dark flaxseed. You can also get blonde flax seeds, but I have read that it is the dark flax seeds that have the better hold on it. And of course, the longer you boil this, the more of a holding gel that you get.
And here's a pro tip, because Karen sent me to our local health food store to pick up flaxseed. It is in the section with the rice, not the flowers. If you're in your local good food store or your local health food store, it's probably there too. So I did a deep dive in the flowers, and I needed to go over to rices, and I did, and I found it.
It's so simple to make. This is 1/4 cup of flaxseed. This is whole flaxseed. And this is 2 cups of water that we have in here. So I'm just going to sprinkle in my flaxseed that I have pre-measured. And I'm going to take my little spoon, stir up the flaxseed so that it's all in the water. And now I'll turn on my heat so that it comes to a little bit of a low simmer, and we'll let it simmer for 7 to 10 minutes. I'll be stirring it occasionally. I don't have to stir it the whole time, but occasionally. And we'll keep close watch on it so that we don't go over the 7 to 10 minutes, because if that happens, which I did, it will gel too much and you won't be able to strain the flax seeds out of your gel. So we're going to let it percolate for a little bit. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it way down, give it a stir. So you'll see me doing this throughout our presentation.
Well, while we're doing that, Arena, this is for you. Rena is still having trouble finding the classroom, so let's go over. I'm in my Natural Living Club right now. So how you navigate Natural Living Club is up here on these tabs. These tabs are key. So this first tab is where you come in and chit chat. This second tab that says classroom, this is where you click. Oh, I did a double click there. This is where you click and you go to these different modules or these different courses. We have all kinds of fun things in here for our Natural Living Club members. Click on the event title that matches the live event. And then you just go down here and grab this DIY Flaxseed Hair Gel. And this is where the PDF pops up that corresponds to the live events. So I hope that helps. Kim, Jenny, deep dive in the flower. I literally walked that aisle 5 times. I called Karen. I was like, I just don't know that there's flaxseed here. She's like, there is. Keep looking. So I did, and I found it.
It might be in a couple of different places.
It might be. Yes.
So I'll give us another little stir. Flaxseed gels. Did you know that they have used flaxseed for thousands of years? It's not just a new thing that people are talking about. They used it clear back in the Egyptian days and the Roman days. Flaxseed was well known for the gel, has a lot of health benefits, and there's evidence showing that, yes, they used it in their hair products.
Which is so cool. It does, when you use it, it's like, how would I say? It's kind of like a slinky and an egg white. If you work with egg whites or slinkies, it moves around. It bounces around in your hand. You have to kind of capture it, rub it around, and then put it on your hair. It's very fun. It's a delightful experience. But it's not like a gel. It is a gel, but it's more alive.
So we'll come back to the flaxseed, and let's talk a little bit about our lavender.
Right. So we want to go into lavender in 3 countries. It's one very powerful plant, and this is why your summer staple belongs in your hair care routine. I think you should say that again. I think I messed up 3 of those words.
Why this summer staple belongs in your hair routine. So we have 3 different lavenders, and I love lavender from all over the world. We're fortunate enough here in western Montana, and I know they do it in Colorado as well, in the high altitudes, about 4,000, 4,500 feet above sea level, we have a lavender field. And in this lavender field, it is the most special lavender that we grow. We get lavender hydrosol from this, as well as our essential oil. Now that I'm talking, let me turn this down just a little bit.
It's definitely a warming heat right here.
Oh, can you time us for 7 minutes?
Yep. 7 on the dot.
Yeah, 7 minutes. Take a look at this again. I can already see that it's starting to gel. All right.
That is so cool. All right, 7 minutes has started.
I'm excited because not only do we have lavender from our very own Montana field, turn that down even more, but we have lavender from Bulgaria. We love lavender from Bulgaria, and it's on its way, lavender from the Himalayas from India, and it is one of the most beautiful lavenders I have ever smelled. Of course, second to our Montana high altitude lavender. And this is one of the essential oils that we're going to be putting into our blend. Now, it's interesting, if you had all 3 lavenders sitting there in a row, you could smell each one and you could see and smell and experience the different nuances of that. Each lavender will smell different.
Yes.
They each have their own unique aroma and slightly different chemical profile. So what I like to do is when you smell one after the other, the first one that you smell is going to smell the best. So I like to take one and smell it, set it aside, come back 15 minutes later, smell the second one, set it aside, come back and smell the third one. Our olfactory system does something very unique when we smell something right after the other one. So an essential oil that you have on your shelf, that you have beside another one, if you were to smell it and you would say, oh, this one doesn't smell very good, come back to it a little bit later and you'll be shocked at how beautiful it smells.
Yes.
Did I turn this off? I did. Let me turn this back on. There we go. Get that boiling again. All right, I'll give it another stir.
Let's give it another stir.
So try that with your essential oils that you have sitting on your shelf, especially ones that you use a lot and you get one from a different country. It's so interesting to do the smell test.
Well, and Karen's the expert. When you go and visit her, she has a huge, very long wooden kitchen table, and she has little samples of oils all around. And she goes and smells, takes a break, goes and smells, and takes a break. So she has a whole science on finding the most beautiful smelling oil paired with the most vibrant oil when it comes to the chemical component breakdown. So she has a whole system for finding oils that smell like magic and are therapeutically off the charts vibrant.
It is a fun process.
I feel like we are making this like we are camping on it with a camping stove. I'm very impressed with you.
Mm-hmm.
It
is a gas stove.
I just shared something on my personal Facebook account. I loved it so much. It said, I'm an adult, but I call my mom because she's a premium adult. And I feel that could not be truer of my relationship with my mom.
I want to show you the texture. It's getting a little bit thicker, a little bit more gelled, not enough yet. So we'll just kind of keep it going a little bit longer. There we go. Okay. So why I love lavender in this hair gel, and there's other options that you can use if you're not a lavender lover, but I love lavender in the hair gel because it's so soothing to the scalp. It's very gentle, and we like to use gentle oils when we're using it on our scalp. Mm-hmm. The scalp is a very sensitive area, and our essential oils absorb in very quickly into our scalp. So I use very soothing oils, and lavender is one of those. Plus, it smells amazing, and it distracts any bugs. Bugs don't like it, mosquitoes don't like it, and in the summertime, that's absolutely fabulous.
Yes, very important.
So let's take a look at that recipe again, or was it the summer skin smoothing guide?
Yes. So basically, we have over at Aromatics International, we have so many recipes over here for you, and something that I'm not sure you know about even if you're a longtime Aromatics customer, is that any of the recipes that we have built out for you, you can actually add the entire lineup to your cart. Obviously no flax seeds on this, but the essential oils that are in this recipe, you can add the 5 ml of lavender and the 5 ml of rosemary chemotype verbenone, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. Add everything to your cart, and any recipe that we have built out for you, and we have hundreds of recipes built out for you, you automatically get to bundle and save 10%. So I just wanted to make you aware of extra savings that we have for you over at Aromatics International. So this is something we've built out. Again, we want to give you all the supplies you need to make the products that you love.
Let's take a look at our blend and see how it's doing. It's changed. Just in the couple of minutes, it has changed, okay? See that? You can see it's starting to drip like an egg white would drip. Do you see that on the bottom? Much thicker as it drops off the spoon. See that? It kind of bounces back up to the spoon. So it's almost ready. And it has been, since we started, it's been about 6 minutes.
It's been about 5.5 minutes.
5.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go just a little bit longer on this, but it's getting there. And I love this. Now, you don't want to go too long. So we'll keep testing it now. And the next minute will be very crucial.
And I think that this is probably an even more powerful heat source than a stove, like on your stovetop too.
Probably.
Yeah.
I want to talk just a little bit about our rosemary that we're using. So why choose rosemary, Chemotype verbenol with hair and the scalp? That's a really great question. When using rosemary and different essential oils in your hair care, if there's a chemotype, which there are in some, and rosemary happens to be one of the chemotypes. There's rosemary chemotype verbenone, which we're using. There's rosemary chemotype camphor, chemotype 1,8 cineol. There's several different chemotypes. So it's really important to know which one you're using. Rosemary chemotype verbenone is more gentle to your scalp. It's a lower energizing essential oil. Our rosemary camphor, which typically grows in a higher elevation, it's the same plant. You get different chemical components depending on where it grows. Now, not all essential oils have chemotypes.
Right. It's kind of like,
There we go. Rosemary is one of them. And the reason why, oops, almost there. Let's do one more minute here. The reason why we use the verbenone is because it is more gentle on the scalp. It's supportive of our cell regeneration, follicle health of our hair, and it's very helpful and has been used for quite a while, and well known for helpful for thinning or fragile hair. So you can use this in a long-term situation.
one note about this recipe is I definitely feel like my hormones are changing now that I'm in my 40s. So I'm always trying to get more volume in my hair and work on just overall hair growth. And this gel, I love it so much. And it's different than other natural gels that I've tried. And then it's so lightweight. It doesn't weigh down. And it helps me keep that volume up at my scalp. Which is so different than other gels that are heavier and stickier.
That's very interesting. Now, rosemary chemotype camphor, it's a beautiful oil as well, but it is very energizing. I love to use it in muscle blends or blends to help me focus a little bit better. So it's very stimulating, it's very invigorating. So you can see that it might be a little bit too intense for our scalp. It would be best used for a short-term situation versus a long-term situation.
Although we are using it in this recipe.
No, we're using rosemary verbenone.
I see.
In this recipe.
I see what you did. You did a switch there.
Okay, look, it's getting it's time. It is time for us to do the next step. Okay, look at that. It's just amazing. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand up.
Okay, I'm going to move.
Going to take the burner away. We'll turn it off. And I'm going to move the burner. Let's turn the sound off for just a second. All right. There we go. We'll sit back down. We have our strainer. Going to take this and we're simply going to pour it through our strainer. And you don't want to dilly-dally when you're doing this. Okay, see how it's coming out?
So cool. That is so easy.
And then we'll give it a little bit of a stir to encourage that gel to get through there right away, because once it gels, you will not get the gel away from these flax seeds. So we started with 2 cups of water, and I now have 1 1/3 cup left. And that's about all we're going to get out of there. Okay, we'll try that, but see, no matter what you do, that's all you're going to get out of there. There we go. And now we're going to do the next step. Move this over a little bit. I'm going to take my paper towel.
Shall I get this out of your way?
Sure.
Yes, let's do that.
And we're going to stir in our essential oils. I'm going to put this little pot holder down here. And we are adding into this recipe 3 drops of our lavender. And on the PDF, there's different options that you can try. 3 drops, 1, 2, 3, and 2 drops of our rosemary verbenone. And this smells beautiful. I love putting it on my hair in the morning. I wash my hair or I get it a little bit wet, and then I go down to my refrigerator and I take some out, and I will show you how this works as soon as it cools down. Okay, stir it really well. And then we're going to divide it into a couple of different containers. You could put it into one container, but Jenny and I are both wanting this.
We do both want this.
So we're going to put it into 2 different containers. Let's move that over there. And the sooner you do that, the better.
Because of the slinky egg white consistency.
So when I'm doing it, it just wants to rush all in there. What I do is I take something and cut it off. In the morning, I use my fingers to cut it off. Okay. And that's it.
That's it.
It all came out. And at this point, we will gently cap it somewhere. Oh, here they are on my lap. We'll gently cap it, letting the steam still escape. And then
I can take more stuff.
You can. Let's put this over there.
Yeah.
And get that out of the way. Here, you know what? I've got a great spot for this in case it's leaking on.
She's got a great spot for this.
Isn't that amazing? Did you see the consistency of that? So in the morning or in the evening, whenever you're using this, and you can use it on wet hair or dry hair. So you would start to pour it on your hand, and I only use a little bit in the palm of my hand. I don't use a whole lot. And of course, it would depend on how thick your hair is, how long your hair is. You might use a little bit more. And as I'm pouring it out, of course, it doesn't want to stop. I will take my finger on the edge and kind of cut it, and then I rub my hands together with it, and then I just start scrunching it in. And it's gorgeous.
I do a little bit different. So we'd love to know what you do when you make this in terms of your routine. As soon as I'm done with the shower, my hair is still dripping wet. I flip over and I put this in upside down and I scrunch it in so the water helps bind in with the...
So there's different ways depending on your hair type.
Yeah, if I put it on my hair dry, it would be a little more frizzy than I want. So I need that water to help me set that hair gel in.
Well, that is amazing.
I think if I was going with just straight hair, I would wait. I would towel dry it. I would put in just a little less. Actually, I'd put in half the amount if I'm going to straighten my hair, which I will do this week. So I'll let you know how it goes. Put it in and then straighten it because I don't want too much product in if I'm going to go straight.
There's other things that you can do as well. If you have dry hair, you could try putting in a teaspoon of argan oil. Jojoba oil would be another good one. They're lightweight. So is apricot kernel seed oil, sweet almond oil. Put a teaspoon in this, mix it in, and see how that does with your hair. So that's one option that you have. There is any other tips and tricks that we can share before we move on?
We could spend 2 hours on this topic, but I think that's good for now.
There is a trick and a tip I want to tell you about. So the first time I made this, I put in a 1/4 cup of flaxseed to my 2 cups of water. And as I was stirring, I thought, oh, I should have put in a 1/2 cup. So I put in another 1/4 cup, stirred it. I thought, oh my goodness, I need to pour it immediately. I couldn't pour it.
There you go.
It was way too many flax seeds. 1/4 cup to 2 cups seems to be the ideal.
Yeah.
That worked out really well. Now, there's some other things that you can do as part of your water portion. You might want to put some rosemary hydrosol into the water portion, or lavender would be beautiful. If you can get a hold of neroli or a bitter orange or blood orange hydrosol, those are gorgeous in hair.
Yes.
In hair gel too.
Yes.
So those are just some ideas to do that. Now we have something else I want to talk about.
And I would say, I've got some comments here. Someone lives in a very humid area. We live in Montana. It's more dry, it's more arid, but I have lived all over the world in all different types of humidities. And the trick with curly hair and humidity is the more humid of the area you're in, you just really want to keep your hair dripping wet. and put in maybe 3 times the amount of hair gel that I'm going to use here in Montana. That's the secret, is if you're in a high humid place, the wetter your hair is and the more gel you use, the better it's going to keep defined all day. And with us curly hair girls, no matter what you do, our hair is going to go up at 4 p.m. in a ponytail. That's just how it goes.
Yes, humidity does things to hair. We have a little humidity here right now as well. So I'm shocked that this is keeping my hair as frizz-free as it is.
Yes.
Also, to store this, keep it in the refrigerator and then just take it out when you go to use it. I have washed my hair, dried, gotten dressed, put a little makeup on perhaps, and then gone down to my kitchen, put it in my hair. At that point, Jenny likes to take it out of the refrigerator, take it to her shower before she takes her shower, so it's right there when she needs it. Yeah. So give it a try. It's not a do it this way or else it won't work.
As those of you, especially with curly hair, you know that we're always changing up our routines just constantly. That's the only constant with curly hair is change.
So let us know what you think when you make this recipe as well. Let me look at some more comments here.
I will say, this flaxseed gel, I love it so much in that it's just one gel. All of us curly girls out there know that you usually use a cocktail of things. This, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Natural gels, you just kind of make your own cocktail, and then we're changing it up all the time. This is just one simple product with 3 ingredients. It's really phenomenal on that level.
I'm going to take the lids off because I don't want the condensation
that makes sense.
Around the edge there.
Yeah.
Now this keeps for 2 to 3 weeks. And the one that we've made that is now a little over 3 weeks old, I think it's done. And the reason why I can tell is it can either start turning a little bit of a pink color, or I'll see some strange, I want to call it streams, but kind of little whitish lines running through it. And then that's when you know, hey, it's time to get rid of that. Now, something that I was watching a guy make this. And I thought, oh, okay. Now, he had the recipe a little bit differently, a little bit incorrect. But what I was impressed with is he took the flax seeds.
Yes.
He spread them out on some parchment paper and baked them. He put a little bit of seasoning in there.
Yeah.
So I tried that too. And they were the most delicious flaxseed crackers
how cool.
ever.
That's amazing. Well, all right. Another question. What would be the shelf life on this particular? You want to keep this in the fridge. You want to keep this in the fridge?
Anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks.
There you go.
Yes. It's not like hairspray. There is no crunch to my hair.
No.
At all. It is, it just naturally helps tame those little flyaways on there. Okay, so you can try a little aloe vera in there. Aloe vera could be a little bit drying as well. And all I can say is give it a try.
Well, this brings us to our second recipe.
Okay.
Which is very cool.
This is very cool. Let me bring this over here. This is Jasmine conditioning treatment. Jasmine is one of the substitutes that you can also use in this recipe. But this is an overnight hair ritual, Jasmine plus deep sleep magic.
I love this so much. So we are going to talk about a recipe. It's pre-blended over here at Aromatics International, but you can make your own blend. And it really helps with that deep conditioning, which pairs so nicely with good, wonderful, restful sleep, and also helps to get in that moisture all throughout the night in your hair so that your gel is going to work even better because your hair is so moisturized.
On your PDF that you have available in the NLC community up under Classroom, I have 2 pages dedicated to Jasmine and hair care.
Let's go find it. While you're chit-chatting, I'm going to find it.
Okay. So feed your hair, calm your mind, and wake up restored. And I've been also doing this for quite some time. It's a deeply nourishing treatment for dry or stressed hair.
So let's hop over to my computer screen. I want to just show you again, anyone in Natural Living Club, which if you're not in Natural Living Club, this is a great time to join. At the end of July, we're actually raising the cost of our Natural Living Club from $1 a month to $2 a month. We have so much content. We're doing so many more live events that we really feel as though that is a great place to up our cost for members. It's still cheaper than half a cup of coffee per month. So it's so well worth it. But if you aren't yet a member, you should join now and lock in your forever price. If you are a member, your monthly, yearly Natural Living Club membership cost will not increase. So you'll be locked in. So this PDF we have in here, you can go down for more essential oils for hair. And then look, all of this information Karen put in, Jasmine and India and Ayurveda.
This is both Jasmine grandiflorum and Jasmine sambac. They're both gorgeous essential oils. They are not essential oils. These are absolutes. Now, they do come in an essential oil, but it is astronomically expensive. So they are absolutes. It has beautiful aroma. They use it a lot in India, as well as their Ayurvedic different systems. So jasmine itself is considered cooling. It's considered a balancing, and they use it a lot in their skin care, their hair care, as well as taking the buds and putting them in different teas. It's actually very beautiful, very nourishing, especially for a dry scalp. So what you can do, this is a called Simply Jasmine. This is jojoba with jasmine in a roll-on. You can use this as a perfume.
And if you wanted to demonstrate this later,
yes, let me get rid of my tea so I don't knock it over. But you can use it as a perfume. You can put it on your pulse points. You can rub it on your neck, behind your neck, maybe on the front. Or you can also rub it in your hand. It doesn't take much. And you can rub them together and you can kind of scrunch it in your hair as well. Now, if you want more of it than what this is, and these will soon be available to you as well.
Over at Aromatics.
You can pop the lid off. Like that. And you can pour a little bit in your hand. And again, it doesn't take much, just a little bit. And then you just start putting it on your scalp in different areas. Putting it on your scalp. And especially at night before you go to bed. Not a lot so that it doesn't get your pillowcase all greasy. Doesn't that smell wonderful?
That smells so wonderful.
I'm going to finish putting that in my hair.
You definitely need to finish putting that in your hair.
And when you wake up in the morning, you're ready to wash your hair or leave it in for a day or two. You can also make your own with jojoba. It's very tenacious. Jasmine smells amazing. It will take the aroma throughout your whole space, so you don't need to use very much of it. In fact, there's probably only, how many drops are in here? Let me see if I remember. There's probably 6 drops of essential oil in 10 mils of carrier, and this happens to be jojoba. And jojoba is fantastic for your scalp and your skin in general.
Now, one very cool thing we're doing right now, we want everyone to be able to try jasmine. We know it's a more precious oil, a more expensive oil. If you were to buy jasmine, it would be a very expensive purchase. So we have this roll-on specifically so folks can use jasmine oil in a more affordable entry point. So anyone who is watching this presentation or anyone who goes and places an order at aromatics.com and your order is over $25, just put in the code Jasmine and we will give you it's a $22 value, a free Simply Jasmine roll-on bottle. And this offer is available starting right now. It actually started Monday. Starting Monday, it goes all the way through Saturday, this coming Saturday. So you have some time to get in there and put together an Aromatics order if you would like. So any order over $25, just put in code Jasmine. Make sure you put Simply Jasmine in your cart, put the code in, and it will automatically make sure that it's free. And it will show that right there in your cart.
Be sure, after you rub it on, be sure and smell your hands. Smell deeply and just get that aroma clear through your system. It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Now, here is our giveaway for today, and it's available for anyone inside of our Natural Living Club, if you're a member inside of Natural Living Club, you're able to participate, and we're going to choose 3 winners that will get our $25 to Aromatics International, 3 different gift cards, starting now all the way through Saturday, and our winners will be selected Saturday. So the quiz question that goes along with this particular event, you have to put in the right answer. I'm going to ask Karen to explain it. When is the best time?
Let me find this here, okay?
When is the best time? Oh, I can wait.
I'm ready.
When is the best time to pick jasmine blossoms when you're looking to create them into a beautiful essential oil?
There is a special time that those who pick the jasmine flowers pick them at a very special time of the day or the night to get the most essential oil out of that flower. Okay, so put in your...
Oh, no, we have to tell them the answer.
Oh, we do?
We're going to tell you the answer right now. And then the answer, just go in and put it into the comments in the pin post. We're doing a giveaway a little bit different, but it's all explained to you inside of Natural Living Club.
So the best time to pick the jasmine flowers is before the sun comes up.
Yes.
So all of the pickers are out there, and you'll see them with their baskets if you were able to be over in Egypt or India. This comes from India, and they would be out there, and they hand pick those blossoms because they're very fragile. Put them in their baskets, hand pick them, and there's several of them out there picking. And they actually get to watch the sun come up as they're picking this beautiful jasmine. Now, Jasmine Absolute, there's Jasmine Sambac. Oh, I'm sorry. There is Jasmine Grandiflorum, and there's Jasmine Sambac. And they're a different flower. They can pick the sambac just a little bit later, but it's still what we considered in the nighttime before the sun comes up.
Yes. So that's the answer to participate in the giveaway. So if you go over to your Natural Living Club, all of our members or new members, you can join right now. Go to community. It's the very pin post. And I did a special because, oh, look, lots of people are putting in their entry question or their entry answer. It works a little bit differently. So if you open up this post, I've explained it in detail so that you know how to participate. And then we'll choose 3 random winners Saturday morning, and I will post these winners, and these winners will get a $25 gift card to spend at Aromatics. So just pop in the answer to the quiz question, which is, what is the best time to pick jasmine flowers for the highest yield of essential oil?
Now, it's kind of confusing because when you read in the literature and in different books, it has different times for the jasmine absolutes, for the jasmine flowers, the grandifolium or the sambac. But when you talk to the grower, to the farmer, he says, no, you pick them both before the sun comes up.
Yeah, there you go. So the official answer we're looking for is before the sun comes up.
Before the sun comes up, yes.
That's how you enter to win. All right. Well, Kim, that's a great question. We can talk about the different aromas between the 2 jasmines.
Yes, there is a difference between these 2 aromas. This one is our jasmine sambac. It's a little bit lighter. Sometimes in the evening, you can smell this. It's absolutely, you can tell they're both jasmine.
They're
but
both jasmine.
Absolutely
They're
different.
So different.
So different. The grandiflorum is a deeper, more tenacious aroma. The sambac is a lighter, more fleeting aroma, but they're both deep aromas.
This to me,
both beautiful.
So this to me is like, you think jasmine. This is the grandiflorium. It's like I am smelling jasmine flowers. This, I'm smelling jasmine flowers, but I'm also smelling the whole jasmine plant. It's a little bit more herbaceous to me. Herbaceous isn't the right word. A little bit more plant-like than just floral.
It's a little sweeter than the grandiflorum. In this Simply Jasmine blend that we have, it is the sambac that I used in there because I wanted it to be that lighter floral aroma. As I mentioned, many times in the evening when I think, oh, I want something really deep, I want something really grounding, I will choose the jasmine grandiflorum. for it. So other times, especially if it's earlier in the day, I think, I don't want something quite that anchoring. I'll choose the Jasmine Sandbag.
And Lori, thank you for asking that question. So the giveaway looks a little bit different. Just come into Natural Living Club, click on this top post, and you'll read all about how to enter. And you're not too late. Anyone can enter during this live event and all the way through watching the replay till Saturday morning. And then we'll pick the winners and I'll pop them in as and let you know. One thing too I wanted you to know about, inside of our Natural Living Club, we have so many cool conversations going. We have a thread that's hopping right now. What are you blending this week? And different folks are coming in and saying what they're blending. And it's just so fun to see where everyone all over the world, what they're making and how they're making it. And different folks are having all kinds of conversations, giving different ideas and suggestions. I know for me, right after this event, I am going to make our green clay coconut deodorant. I am out. I ran out yesterday. Can you tell?
So that's on the agenda.
Not yet, but I'm going to make it right after this event. I'm going to make 2 batches so you can have one too. Karen usually makes deodorant. She makes 2 batches and gives one to me. So I'm going to make one for you this time.
I double the batch. That's right.
The batch.
Well, Botanical Bird Lady is not a huge fan of jasmine, which would be more subtle.
Yes.
The jasmine sandbag
Yes.
is more subtle.
Yes.
And you can add things to jasmine sandbag like a citrus that would lighten that up.
Or a vetiver.
And vetiver would kind of
Ground
deepen
that down.
Ground that down, yes. Connie says, I love jasmine. It makes me feel very feminine all day when I put it on in the morning.
Yes.
Well, if you are new to jasmine and haven't used it too much, a really affordable way is to use the Simply Jasmine. And now that it's a part of the giveaway promo, when you place your order,
It's a free gift for those who place an order.
That's right. It's a free gift for you. You can,
Over 25
you can test it out. And believe me, this is plenty strong. You might even want to add more jojoba to another bottle and then add this blend into it. You can easily cut it down. You can take a 1 ounce bottle and you can put a third of this in there and use it for your blends as well.
I noticed that when I'm feeling especially grounded and on top of the world, I tend to not reach for the florals. I reach for jasmine specifically when I'm in a valley or I'm in a period of time where I'm really emotionally dealing with things. That's when I tend to really reach for jasmine, and it is so heart healing. It's absolutely heart healing.
Absolutely.
And I tend to reach for other oils like the citruses when I'm in more of a happy, chipper place and I'm more on a hill than a valley. I don't know if that's your experience too.
Let's take a look at our blend that we made.
Okay, let's do it.
And let's see what it has done. This will gel up a little bit more as it cools and sits in your refrigerator. Look at that gel.
Do you want to know a funny thing?
Look
I
at
don't
that.
even know if you know this, but we made this blend. Karen made this for me maybe 3 weeks ago, and I shared it with Amelia, who does all things customer service and more here at Aromatics International. She has a similar hair texture to me. She's my cousin, but she has long, red, curly hair. So I was like, Amelia, you have to try this. She was so excited. So we went to pour it into a container, and it just came out like a slinky, and we missed. I had to grab it in my hands. We ran over to the sink, and I had to put it into the container very carefully.
Oh, that's
so
so
it
funny.
does. It has its own texture. So just be aware if you are trying to pour it from one thing to another.
It'll pour out all at once.
All at once, like a slinky.
I'm going to show you what to do. Okay? So you're pouring this out. It's a little bit hot, so I'll just be very careful.
Is it too hot?
It doesn't want to pour out. See?
No.
It goes right back in. Isn't that funny?
It's so funny.
I take it.
You have to
with
cut it.
And I cut it.
Yes.
Cut it with my hand
Yeah.
on the outside. There we go. And then I take this.
Yes.
Look at that. And I just rub it into my hands like
Yes.
that.
And there you go.
Rub it in, and then you put it all over your hair.
You put it all over your hair. And I do this when I'm upside down with water. And I'm like, it's funny. It just adds a humor to my morning routine.
Oh, this smells gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how you use it.
That's how you use it. All right, well, I'm going to look back at our notes. If you have any questions, pop them in here. We want to know your questions. I'm going to make sure that we haven't missed anything. We've talked about our Aromatics International promotion, which started Monday. We opened it up early access to our Natural Living Club members. So anyone who orders over $25, just put in the code Jasmine at checkout. Make sure you have I'll demonstrate it. It's kind of a lot if this is your first time around. So I'm going to I have something in my cart, but I'm going to add, I'm here. I need to add Simply Jasmine to my cart. I'm going to go check out. I'm here at Aromatics International. I'm going to put in Jasmine here. Apply. And as long as I have at least $25 in my cart, it's free. And then any order over $79 is free shipping. So it's basically a free gift for you. We'd love for you to have fun playing around with it and have this shipped out to you. You're going to love it. It's a great way to start to work with Jasmine if you haven't, and it's a great gift to yourself to just keep in your purse and use as a perfume, or again, roll it on in your hair, get that deep conditioning treatment.
Yes, and I have not noticed that it stains the pillow or the flaxseed gel. And notice I had it all over my hands. Yeah. It's not sticky. My hands are not sticky.
It's not sticky.
I wiped off the excess, kind of rubbed it in a little bit. No stickiness.
Here's an overshare. Whenever I put gel in my hair, I always wash my hands off and then I put lotion everywhere. That's just my routine. But with this, I don't have to wash my hands off. I just can go straight to lotion. It saves me 10 seconds and I love it.
10 seconds. So yes, Jacqueline, those with curly hair, use a microfiber towel instead of a regular towel. It makes a huge difference.
That's true. And I am going to, probably Friday, I'm going to straighten my hair and use this gel, and I'll give you a full report next week.
I have had grandiflorum from different companies. Of course, I source these jasmines, and I'm just getting a new jasmine in, and it's coming. I love the jasmines from India. They're absolutely gorgeous. These are both from India. And of course, they're beautiful from Egypt as well. But for some reason, there's an aroma to these that just meets my soul.
Well, and Karen has the best nose in the industry, truly. That's why Aromatics International oils stand out and are just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous aromatically and very vibrant therapeutically. It's because she has a really particular nose and she wants something to smell really, really, really good before she decides to source and work with that particular distiller.
And I'm excited about our jasmines.
I love our jasmines so much. Okay, so I think that we've done all of the things we need to. So remember, the giveaway is a little different. Go over to Natural Living Club. Join us. We have so much fun over there. We have conversations happening every day. Anyone who joins Natural Living Club, you get I'll just show you right now. Go to the Classroom tab. And you have access to Aromatherapy 101 for free. It's a $49 value, as well as this is another free course, which is wonderful, essential oil foundations and smarter blending. It's absolutely fabulous. As well as I'm going to show you what I'm going to be making in about 10 minutes. It's down here. It's our green clay. Well, I don't want to just take the time to find that for you, but it's our green clay deodorant. And if you chit chat, I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah. You say something.
Well, let me look over here at our comments, make sure I got everything. And
I found it.
You found it.
Yeah. So if you go back down about half the page in Classroom, it's this coconut clay deodorant. These are the ingredients. I made a little video for you on how to do it. Karen and I made this little video. And then here's the recipe. And this is what I'm going to be making as soon as this video, or as soon as our live event is over. It is my very favorite deodorant of all time, and you're going to love it. So if you're not yet a member, come join us. We have so much fun. We have over 1,600 folks who just come and chit chat. We're very loving and supportive. There's no trolls in here.
I've used that coconut green clay for years.
Years.
And I'm a person who sweat a lot.
Yeah. I've done a pit test.
Yes.
I've used men's deodorant and the coconut green clay and hiked for miles. And, well, they worked the same. But the coconut green clay didn't have the toxins. So I loved that.
Yes. And the more that you use it, your body starts to realize that it doesn't have to overwork to get rid of those toxins. And I've noticed that the natural sweat that we have, which is important, especially by all those lymph nodes, you want to do a little sweating there. You don't want to lock that in so that the fluids flow like they're supposed to. But I've noticed that it balances out.
If you have any questions at all, you can also email us. I would email team@aromahead.com. I'm seeing some questions here, but yes, come join us over at the Natural Living Club. So the price of membership is going from $12 a year to $24 a year. So lock in your lifetime price point. That will never, if you join now, you will never go up. You will stay right at the level you joined at.
Which is fantastic price. It's less than a cup of coffee.
I know, or chai or matcha.
Right. And that's just one.
Yeah.
This is a month. This is the price for a whole month. So
I know,
I'm really
it's very
excited
cool.
about that.
It's very cool. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, let us know. We're about to wrap up. If you could just give us a quick in the comments, your very favorite part of our event today. We love the feedback so we can keep planning events that really resonate with you, that you love. So if you had an aha moment or a favorite part, just pop it into the YouTube comments, because we just love to see what really resonates with you over here. And again, keep the conversation going. Come let us know what you're blending over inside of Natural Living Club. Let us know what you're blending this week. I'll be making my green clay deodorant. And this morning I made a fresh batch of my facial cleanser with aloe and argan. You know, I love that so much.
All right. You need to rub that green clay in really well. And then there's no staining.
There's no staining.
All right. So how you lock in a lifetime price point? If you're in.
Well, if you're on a monthly payment plan, Anjali, upgrade to the yearly. Lock in, make sure you're at the $12 per year, and that's how you lock in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be the one thing. So when we very first opened, it was $1 a month, month to month for about, we've been open as a club for 15 months now. Now it's $12 a year, so just make sure you're at the $12 a year member level, so and you'll lock in forever.
Next time you pay, if you're a monthly, next time you pay, do the $12 for the year, and then you'll be there.
And that will adjust. We'll give you notice that will adjust sometime in July.
So Yvonne loves the Slinky gel.
I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like a Slinky.
That's right. You'll just be so pleasantly pleased. We can't wait to see what your experience is.
Yes. Oh, good. Terry's gonna make the green clay blend, and can't wait to make the gel.
Stacia loved the differences between the different types of jasmines.
Yes.
And so did Rena.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Loved all the ideas.
And the demonstration of making the hair gel was really quite powerful.
Yep. And if you do need to know how to change to, if you're in your Natural Living Club, I imagine, I haven't done this live, but I imagine that you go to your profile, and then I imagine I'm the owner of the group. So I see things a little bit differently than you do as members. So if you go to profile, I imagine right there is where you can upgrade. If you have any questions at all, you can also just go and send me a direct message or ask it right here in Natural Living Club, and we'll help you figure that out.
Let's see, under profile, if they go to profile,
well, you're an admin too, and so it looks a little bit different for us, but we'll help you figure it out. If it's not an easy click, we'll help you figure that out. It should be very easy. The platform is very easy to navigate.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So head on over to the Natural Living Club
and keep chatting with us.
Chat away. Share your favorite way to use jasmine essential oil. Ask questions. If you have any questions about our presentation today, be sure and put them in the comments, and we can keep the conversation going. So
a fun look ahead in terms of where we're going. I'm over here in my calendar. I'm going to go and update it this afternoon, but our next live event altogether is going to be the 2nd of July. It's not going to be a Natural Living Club event. We are going to be talking about the Aromatics International 4th of July promotion. And we have a really cool event planned for you, and something you're definitely going to want to mark on your calendar. So I'll make sure to add that in right there, and then you'll get emails from us over at Aromatics International to let you know what that promotion is, because it's going to be awesome.
I've heard a little bit of what they've been talking about for this promotion. And I'm like, whoa, this is going to be awesome.
It's pretty cool. All right, go grab your free Simply Jasmine roll-on bottle and join us over in NLC, and then we'll see you next time on July 2nd to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. All right, well, bye for now.